Monkey Mischief Classroom. Another thing that I wanted to let the parents know is make sure when you are having your students do things that you are telling them and you're not asking them. One thing that was the most difficult for me to learn as a teacher and that for my staff to learn was don't ask a student to do something if you want them to do it. Like it's not a choice. So if you want to give them choices, by all means, ask away. But if it is not a choice and they have to do it, tell them. And kind of the language that we use is, for example, let's say you want them to put their shoes on. And you say, put your shoes on. If the child says no, your response should always be, I'm sorry, I didn't ask if you wanted to put your shoes on. Thank you for letting me know you don't. However, I'm telling you to put your shoes on. So get your shoes on. Let's get the day going. So that's kind of the verbiage that we use in the classroom. They're used to. And you're less likely to get a tantrum and a meltdown. You might initially, but then they start realizing, okay, when it's not a question, then I have to do it. But you're less likely to get a tantrum if you say that I told you, I didn't ask you. Then if you ask and the student says, if you say, can you put your shoes on? And the student says no. And then you're like, you need to put your shoes on. And then there could be a power struggle at that point. So to eliminate that, be careful of the words that you use. Also, once the kid has answered you because it was a question, you can't really force a kid to do it. And that's what I teach my staff is once the kid has said no, then you cannot make them do that task. So be very careful of the way you state things that you need them to do. Hope that's helpful.